So hi everyone, welcome back to 1010, and welcome back to Dom from Grip Auto again.
Welcome.
So yeah, we're here at Motorclassica, checking out the cars. So quite a few things to check her out. Things to your left, things to my right, things inside. So yeah, Dom, are we ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it? Come on, let's go.
No worries.
So yeah, coming up to the Zagato section, I guess one car that caught Dom's eye straight away was this lovely Zagato.
So a little junior Zagato, there's two of them actually we got here. So this one here in the red, I love it. Beautiful design, quite a modern looking design for that era. It was what, late 60s, early 70s? Yeah, definitely.
With the cutaway rear end.
That typical, junior rear end that they have. So yeah, beautiful design language. Hidden away headlights there.
And then of course the Alfa grille. Just for the sake of being an Alfa, I guess. Right, and then we've got a row of BMWs. So Dom, lead the way.
I'm going to start over here with these 2002 turbo. One thing to note, the stickers on the front, someone's put them on backwards you might think, but it's actually not the case. It's for when your car in front's looking in their mirrors to see what's about to pass them, they can,
like the ambulance.
they can read it, so yeah. Yep.
Position-wise, it's a bit down there, but...
It is. But remember what this was all out sports car high performance machine at the time, so you got an individual intake on one side there. You can see.
Oh, the intake, yeah, right. So that's the tradition that carried up to like the M3 CSL, that one air intake.
Yep.
There you go.
So here's an 8 Series. These are coming up in the world. There's a modern classic, so if you can find one now, they're only going to go up, in my opinion. This one's finished nicely in with a nice little exhaust on there. It's a V8, 840.
So which spec was the V12?
So 850s were the V12s. Yep. 850s.
And then you got pretty much all the looks here from the V12.
It's basically the same. Yeah, you got the same car. I think it's this one here may have the actual M kit on it, but some of them, I think it's the CSIs had like an M Sport type kit. There was an M8 which is more of a prototype or one-offs. I think that they built. Closest you could actually get to that was an 850 CSI. So,
very cool.
But I got a soft spot for these as well. So, yeah.
And then right up to speed with the 488 Pista.
Nice carbon pack on this.
Yeah, full carbon package. Full. So that's an option. Full carbon rear diffuser. Carbon slit over there. Carbon air intake. Apparently that part is standard, but the sills are an optional extra. But he hasn't gone for the carbon wheels though.
Yeah.
So it's ticked about almost every carbon option except the carbon wheels.
I think I like the look of this without the carbon wheels though. Yeah. Well. And then take a look at like this is how extreme is this with that whole splitter section there, yeah. And all that is pure function.
Yeah. So a lot of carbon options on this car.
Yeah, stock design coming from the top there as well.
Inspired by Formula One. So walking straight up, we are greeted by the original Skyline. So yeah, original Skyline GTR right here. The nickname Hakasuka. Pretty clean design.
Key thing to note, flares are only on the rear.
Oh yeah, they are too.
A lot of people do when they modify these and do modern replicas, or
they put a flare
on the front on some of them.
But of course in JDM style, got the mirrors out here, and then looking inside, some wood inside the interior. Very cool to see.
Good grain shifter, yeah.
Right behind us, we got even more BMWs. Maybe one to note is this one, Z4M.
Yeah, not many of them. Another modern classic. It's an M Cube, so it runs the M3 running gear. You've got a proper manual shifter in there as well.
Proper manual.
Yep, pure driver's car. This one.
Yeah. And got of course the original Godzilla.
R32.
Well, these. I don't remember seeing these two. Are these part of the bumper?
On the V spec.
The V spec.
Now, or N1. Now you're testing me. Now
Let's go have a look.
Really testing me. So a lot of people fit those air intakes. So for Group A racing and those sort of categories, they were.
Okay. So it's not a V spec or anything. It's a standard GTR. So very clean spec.
It is an import. Rear wiper on the glass.
Right.
So fun fact. There you can tell from Australian delivered vehicles, a lot of Japanese cars that are coupes or sedans didn't have the rear wipers fitted, but Japanese JDM imports, you'll find in most of them will have a rear wiper in that era. So.
Okay, well we'll go have a look. There's probably more GTRs, R32 GTRs on the inside. So if they don't have that, then they're probably Australian spec and worth a mint. So let's go have a look. Now as we're walking past, we might as well talk to bring this up.
This car can leave me a bit speechless actually. It's a bit World Rally Championship car. Lancia Stratos, the first of a wonderful history of Lancia World Rally cars. But
And in full rally spec as well. Quite cool to see that.
Bertone design.
We're amongst some minis right now. Still celebrating 60 years of Mini, is it? And let's start with the original one.
So the Mini Cooper, as it says there, the Giant Slayer. These things here were killing it on the rally stages and touring cars and pretty much everything, anything and everything. So little rally light on the back. Little note here, I can see peering through there, the little dash timers there, which is a nice.
Quite a bit of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, got gauges and timers for just about everything in there. It's quite cool to see. So I think this could have been a competition Mini, yeah, definitely. From looking at the roll cage, something that doesn't really look like a Mini, but apparently it's a Mini.
Yeah. So underneath is a Mini. So these are Marcos bodied cars. These were raced back in the day, and Mini Marcos. Yeah. So it's good to see some of these still competing overseas in historic events. Great looking little thing.
You can tell straight away the aerodynamic shape. It's got, like, from the side profile, it's literally a teardrop shape. It is. Like, it's literally a teardrop.
Being someone short, I'd struggle to get in and out of that, I think. So.
Yeah. First one I've seen once. So.
And a lot of people may not have seen these two. These are quite unique. I've never seen one of those in person, anyway.
Mini Morris Cooper, the Monaco edition apparently. So very cool to see.
So it says that there's only 20 to 30 of these are converted to this spec from a Mini Cooper.
There's another one over there.
This is what you would call the fastback or the speed tail of the day.
As you can see here, it's just a full round shape. It ends at the rear there. So again, this is looks a bit more competition focus.
Especially with that little air filter poking out of the bonnet.
Is that for real?
That's definitely not period correct.
But yeah, as you can see here, fully stripped out. No roll cage, but you got some bracing behind there. It's quite cool to see. I think it's got a four-point harness as well. So
you can see the weave. This one is definitely a composite body.
And yeah, this one again finished off in kind of an Italian style actually, with that cutaway rear end.
250 GTO.
Like a 250
It's a baby 250 GTO with those tail lights and everything.
If you squint a bit, it looks like a 250 GTO. So there you go. This Alfa Romeo Montreal. So again, designed by Bertone. So Dom, what can you tell us? What design flares do you pick up from Bertone?
Yeah. So this is back in the early days when, I guess, when these designers were all young, and you can definitely see some style influences of Miura. So take a look at this door line here. When these doors are open out, looking at it from the front, if you didn't know any better, you'd be looking at a Miura. So V8 front engine rear-wheel drive.
It's about very American in its approach, and named after a Canadian town. So come to the front of the Montreal. You can see a very different approach to the pop-up headlight, perhaps. So which way would these retract?
Now they do, when you turn them on, I believe that these, the way they operate, they will flip completely backwards, so reverse down, and it's a interesting mechanism which I guess you see a lot in the American cars as well. All the muscle cars of the day, they used to have a similar sort of look to them.
Even the Alfa grille here, looking a bit different, not as a bit more curvaceous perhaps. Just above that we have, oh, what's that, a fake Nakada?
People complain that these days that they're using fake vents, and well,
an actual classic car having fake vents. What do you see? What do you know? So yeah, coming up to Group A Mercedes.
This is a great sight to see. So it's a 190E Cosworth. Group A DTM spec, I guess you could call it, raced in Australia in the Touring Car Championships at the time here, also at Bathurst, so, which is happening today actually, so all days. So with the tobacco livery, great looking car.
So in true racing car style, would the fuel tank be in the back here?
Yeah, so this is where you would have had the big filler tank. So basically there would have been exposed filler necks in here, and the guys would have had these big, essentially big fuel tanks over their shoulders, and they're just throwing them in there and to fill them up with fuel as quick as possible. So this whole boot area would have been filled up with basically essentially a full fuel tank in there. So
yeah, quite.
Classic Japanese cars.
To the JDM section, and we're greeted by the Cosmo.
Cosmo. So, what's special about this? It's the first rotary Mazda, I guess. This is where it all began. These were the Cosmo. So, how cool is the styling? Like, it's just crazy. Like, just futuristic. Yeah, I think Jay Leno's got a couple of these, hasn't he? Yep. So, and he loves it. So, it's just so fascinating. It's almost got that American, you know, that whole jet age type of look to it. Again, it's something you're going to see quite a bit of here in this section.
So
is
this is the starting.
the mirrors right out front there.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
so from your Cosmos, you then went into your R range of Mazdas, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's the official term, but they started with Rs, the R100, your RX2s, RX3s, and so on.
Got a couple of more RXs here. Got RX3, apparently another one that's been done really well.
Really clean, really original.
And I guess by this time the side mirrors are moved from the front there to more conventional.
This is probably an Australian delivered car then.
Okay.
I would assume.
Well, you can see on the magazine there. It's still not. That one doesn't even have any side mirrors. So there you go.
Yeah, this is exciting.
So let's just work our way through the generations. So let's start with the R32, the Godzilla.
Dominating Bathurst. Now this has a rear wiper. I don't think the Australian delivered cars came in this colour. I think they were very restricted with the colours they came out in. Again, I could be wrong, and probably people will mention in the comments if I am, but I think they only came in the dark grey, and possibly black, maybe white as well. But, another way of telling. The speedometer goes up to 260. Now, it isn't a gentleman's rule that Japanese cars are limited to 180 on the speedos. So there you go. So I think I've been proven wrong. Rear wiper might be factory for the Australian delivered, and they did come in a couple of other colours. So yeah.
There you go. So
the fact that this is, if it is Australian delivered versus a Japanese one, is in Australia they're worth double, triple the price.
Exorbitant amounts now. Next to something that's already apparently that's for sale.
And this is a genuine 400R, so this is exciting to see here. The only one, possibly one of two in Australia.
As you can see, finished off with the LM wheels as well, that were on the, they were meant to be for the LM race car. Probably the only time those wheels hit the street.
So the 400R is a Nismo developed vehicle.
A heavily modified version of the R33 GTR.
And it's in the perfect colour for an R33.
Midnight purple. In a lighter shade of colour, you can actually see a lot of the details a lot better. Like you can see that hood, everything stands out a lot more.
And this is all original, the bonnet with the intakes and the heat extracting vents, yeah.
Carrying on from, I guess, the original Skyline, we got the stripe going down the side.
Yes, well this was the 400R stripe, so again, it's all original to the vehicle.
And a full carbon rear wing.
Adjustable, yeah.
Adjustable carbon rear wing. So pretty cool. Again, another Skyline that's hardly sought after.
Yeah.
R34 GTR. I guess a minimum 150 grand car, if you can find one. And I believe this is Millennium Jade. Yes. So a very popular color for the GTR.
And I'd be taking a guess, this is probably $250,000, maybe this more one? Now. Maybe probably, more.
Yeah, pretty mint spec.
Now we're talking Australian dollars.
Yeah. So potentially $1 million worth of Skyline just sitting next to each other. So making our way this way, I guess we got some Australian stuff for you as well.
Who said Australian manufacturing's dead? We've still got the Brabham, we've still got Bolwell. Here's another company that a lot of people don't know about, but
we haven't heard of before.
Exactly, yeah, and they're celebrating 50 years of the Bolwell and Magari, which they've got a couple of examples to our. Well, I'll stand this way and I'll say to my left. So these were cars that they had fitted with 6 cylinders and V8s of the period from General Motors and Ford and Chrysler as well. So very Ferrari-esque looking and
very Ferrari-esque,
kit car style, I guess you could say, but very quick cars.
Yeah, this is their modern offering.
So this is something that they've unveiled here. It's very nice looking rear end.
Quad exhaust pipes.
Mid-engined.
I guess you might recognize a couple of those parts from other cars. So
yeah, exactly. So obviously to meet and pass all the strict regulations of today, with the amount of money it would take to go through research development, they've taken parts from cars that have already gone through those processes, and it makes it a lot easier to pass all the regulations. So, and it's still quite a neat looking car. We've got some aftermarket components there with the instrument cluster, but also some factory parts bin lack of a better term, I guess, components. It is a carbon fibre tub from what we understand.
Is it?
Yeah, yep.
Wow,
so,
very cool.
yeah.
And with a side step like that, you probably can't miss what it is. So if you forget what your car is, just have a look down the side step. So yeah, coming up to the Jaguar stand, we've got the Project 8 for you. Left-hand drive, so track use only here in Australia, but very aggressive styling.
Great sounding car.
So walking around it, super aggressive. You got the carbon fiber front splitter as well.
I love the details and the way that they've moulded in these vents, and something you don't see on very many other cars. Carbon ceramic front brakes.
On some massive wheels. Carbon fiber side sill as well to generate all that downforce.
Roll cage in the rear.
Full carbon rear diffuser, quad exit exhaust, and a very, very aggressive package.
Perfect family car.
Perfect family car, except the fact that it doesn't have any back seats, but yeah, very cool. And yeah, looking at some of the
information specs on the car, which one thing that caught my attention, which we thought was really fascinating, is how they've been able to get 6-piston calipers into such a small package that almost looks like a single caliper brake.
Oh yeah.
I think their marketing department may be interested in seeing that.
Very accurate marketing there. Very, very accurate marketing by Jaguar. So coming up to the Fiat section.
So a quick notable mention, Zagato. Zagato, they're known for the double bubble, I guess. You've probably heard of that. This is the car that got the nickname the double bubble. So they're the two, literally, bubbles in the roofline were there to help
Accommodate the
helmet headroom. So, and it's become a design trait that you'll see on a lot of the Zagato vehicles.
Even down to the air intake, actually. So very sculpted shapes on this car.
So form meets function.
In a very, very cool way, actually. So being rear engine, I guess it leaves all the area at the front just to be aerodynamic. So very clean at the front. Is that the original? Is this the original 124?
It is. So this is the original Mazda MX-5. I mean, Fiat 124, not Spider. Yeah. So this is, as you can see, the Panda colours. It's not JDM.
Yeah. So even with the modern car, you can see with the two-tone hood and body. So I guess it takes inspiration.
That out. And if you have a close look, they even go to the effort of putting the Abarth logo on the bonnet pins.
Yeah. But yeah, today's 124, very different car, but you can see a little bit of the
so especially with
at the front.
this particular design element here is they've taken that and that grille shape, so that's been taken into the new model. Yeah.
So we got different Fiats here. One designed by Pininfarina and one by Bertone.
And so basically, this is if you're into rallying, this is where Fiat dominated the World Rally Championships in this day and age. With this one, this is the 131 Abarth. Seeing it in person, it's bigger than what
it's very big, actually.
Yeah, bigger than what I expected it to be.
Wide?
Yeah. You can see like all your spoilers. You've got all your intakes, the box flares,
very nice.
everything all integrated.
As well.
Yep.
So molded into the actual rear hood there. So very cool. And dual exit exhaust. So this was the road going version, isn't it?
Correct. So this is the Stradale. So basically the homologated version of the rally car. So this is your street version of that car. So you've got your E30 M3s, your Delta Integrales, and
your 131.
This is what predates all of those. So.
Yeah. Another Italian interesting classic by Bertone, of course, with what's that F1 snorkel going on there?
Yeah. So it's an F1 car underneath.
It's an F1 car.
No. So basically, this is your Fiat X19, but this is like a racing concept or prototype version of that, I guess. That again, Abarth would have had to dip their hands into, and you can tell from the conversion of that whole front end, it just screams race and rally. And like, look at that extreme snorkel. Just I'll put my hand next to it just to give you a bit of a scale comparison. But if you have a look at that, that's just obviously engine in the back, crazy looking box flares with even the interior. They've still made it look like you could take that sedan and put it in your office apartment, and it'll be just fantastic.
Some decoration around the shifter there with the enclosure.
Yep.
So very cool. And last but not least, we come up to the Countach, the original Lamborghini Countach here. So yeah, very cool car, full on wedge shape, original bumpers and everything.
Perfect color.
Perfect color. Under these lights, looks absolutely immaculate.
It's just spectacular. Even today, how this car just stands out. It's amazing. Like all the shapes, the wedges, the angles, everything about this thing just screams art. It's just, this is like
This is Lamborghini in a nutshell, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It is this, if an alien came down to Earth and you had to show them the best example of what we can do for cars, I mean, look at this. This is just incredible, isn't it? Yeah.
Full manual gated shifter. So yeah, I can't imagine it'd be nothing short of spectacular to drive actually. The Big B Godzilla engine.
Yes.
That was in every Lamborghini up until the Murcielago.
That's it.
So they're on full display for you. So yeah, on full display for you guys. The one and only Bizzarrini Lamborghini V12. Very cool. What can you tell us about those exhaust tips actually?
Yeah, so these you see them on a lot of the sport or supercars of the day. With that's all factory, like with the branding, the ANSA exhaust tips with the orange little inserts painted. They had the orange rings around them. It was a bit of a standout feature that you'd find on your Di Tomasos, your Ferraris, your Lambos, and all that. But how funny does this look? You obviously Campagnolo wheels, but look how narrow the tyre is. Everyone remembers Countaches for being so fat, but it's a 215 wide tyre. You know, it's with the grip auto watch just in there. But yeah, just 215 wide tyre on the back of a Countach. You would have thought, but that's
So what signatures from Bertone were on this car?
Well, basically the wedge shape.
Designed by Marcello Gandini?
Was it Gandini at the time in the house? Yeah. Yep. So you've got that swept rear wheel arch, which you see in some other Italian Bertone designed vehicles or cars that have been penned by the man himself. But obviously the wedge shape in the aero, and it's
and the scissor doors as well.
Such a concept looking car. Yeah, I don't know if many people knew that, but you can see a little.
What's that for?
Take a look at your rearview mirror.
Yeah, right.
I would be saying that's a little cutout so you can see where you're going. There you go. This will be car of the show, I think.
Yeah,
this is the star.
Original Lamborghini Countach, and of course, again, just kind of overstate how stunning it looks in the spec, in this color under the lights. So very, very cool. So a very cool car to pretty much close the show with. So yeah, finish it up there at Motorclassica in front of this gorgeous Mercedes 300 SL. Yeah, so Dom, what more can you tell us about the show?
About the show?
Yeah, I guess we'll wrap our thoughts there.
Another great year, yeah. Beautiful weather, so good turnout. Highlight for me was the obviously that Countach that we saw, but even the selection of the Bath vehicles that were there. So and it's just stunning day, stunning way to finish off. And,
So yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, definitely the standout was the Countach. Could not get enough of that car. The original Countach is absolutely stunning spec. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And again, finished the signing out in front of this absolutely gorgeous Mercedes 300 SL. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell as well so you don't miss the next video.
And don't forget to comment as well.
Comment down below what was your favorite and let us know. Definitely leave a thumbs up and all that good stuff. Yeah, so signing up for Motorclassica 2019. We'll see you in the next one.
If check it out. Motorclassica. It's on every year, once a year, around October in Melbourne. So if you're in the area,
definitely not one to miss. We're on the weekend as well of the Bathurst 1000 and the Formula 1 Grand Prix in Japan. Yeah. So we're out here getting the content for you guys. So make sure you definitely like and subscribe. And that's Motorclassica. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.
If you're still with us, we're checking out the have a look at this. This is fantastic. This is a Toyota Soarer. This is amazing with FR Simmons wheels on it, parked next to a German taxi. But fantastic. Look at that. Baby blue MX-5. So this was scheduled to be at the on the main stage in the Japanese section, but they said it was too blue. So it got left out. That's a Brabus Smart. How smart am I? I picked up as a Brabus Smart. It only takes Brabus octane, which you can only get from exclusive Brabus fuel stations. Mercedes. How wide were those Countach rear wheels? 215? Yes. What's the bet that these are wider than the
grip auto watch for reference?
Oh yes, the grip auto watch here, so you can see that. But what do we got? It is
a bit wider, yeah.
225. They're wider. A smart car has wider rear wheels than a Countach. Who would have thought? Now look at this thing. This Skoda. Oh, fancy. Say it. Lamborghini hatch. Bugatti hatch. No, honestly, there is a lot of similarities between this and the Bugatti Chiron even. So they got inspiration from this for the Chiron. It has 4 wheels and tyres, steering wheel, mirrors, roof. But this it's got 2 things better than the Bugatti. It's got 2 extra doors on the rear. 2 extra doors. So when you're hitting 400 kilometres an hour, mile an hour? Kilometres an hour, you can take your passengers in there with you. So, all bearing in mind it would do it, except the tyres would blow up before it gets to that speed on this car. Hang on. I see something.
Oh, there we go.
A Mazda MX-5 blending in its red and black. In all honesty, you can see that design we were talking about there. So you can snapshot this section here behind the scene. That's actually a pretty cool number plate.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed the tour of the car park here at Motorclassica, and we'll see you in the next one.
If you're stuck around, you must be bored.